Well, hello there, guys. This is Agrippa Maxenius, and I'm coming at you with a first look at the game World War I. A quick shout out to Synergy for purchasing me this game. Thank you so much. And for any other subscribers that want to do the same, make sure to purchase me one via Steam. It always helps. We'll take a look at my wish list, make sure I don't already have it, and I will probably put your name up here. And not only that, I will definitely make a Let's Play first look of the game, etc. In this case, we're going to just do a first look here, show you the features of this game. Now, this is very similar to the Blitzkrieg series. In fact, I think it's made by the same people. We're going to go ahead and accept player, and you can take a look here. Now, in miscellaneous, there's really not much. There is one actual additional mission. Or no, there isn't. Sorry, there's an additional chapter here which allows you to play as Soviet Russia, which is pretty cool because during World War I, Russia was still under the Tsar, as you know. Now, there are three campaigns: the Entente campaign, the German campaign, and the Russian campaign. They are progressively harder. The Entente is easiest, German is about second, and Russian campaign is very, very difficult. But I'm going to go ahead and just show you some gameplay from the game, give you an idea of what to expect. First of all, let's head into actually the German campaign. We can watch the video intro, which is pretty awesome. By the start of the war, Germany had a perfectly trained and equipped army of 800,000 men. The warfare was starting to gain momentum. Germany was first amongst its peers with regard to guns and planes by the time the war broke out. Belgium was Germany's first objective. It put up a violent resistance. Its soldiers displayed an example of heroic resistance of an enemy that surpassed Belgium's army in both number of soldiers and weapons. Very cool. So as you guys can see, this is the Battle of Liège. Now, I'm not going to go through all this. I'm sure you can go ahead and read it on your own. But we have to play as the Germans. So what you do is you click to go to the next chapter. This game is a fairly old game that was brought back for Steam. So loading is pretty fast. As you guys can see here, we have to capture Soldau. Our detachments crossed the Belgian border and started advancing in the direction of Liège, which overlooks the bridges across the Maas. By the evening of August 5th, our army approached the Liège fortress defensive line. The Kaiser ordered an assault on the Liège keep to open the way to Belgium. Your objective is to cross the Urthien, eliminate the enemy in Soldau, then proceed to the southeast and then destroy the enemy artillery there. Next, eliminate the French force in the village of Osterhode, then capture Liège and destroy the French long-range artillery batteries that are preparing to strengthen our positions. There's one thing about this game I must tell you, and it is not an easy game at all. Actually quite challenging. So we're going to go ahead and do our absolute best. We have to capture Soldau, and I think right away you'll be able to see some of the awesome combat this game has to offer. Now, it's not as simple as just rushing your men into battle. There are formations. I'm going to go ahead and quickly here, if I remember the formation button correctly. Let's see. Maybe I can only do formations with certain units. Let's try it like this. That's what I'm talking about. So now we can change the formation to an actual attack formation. And this way, instead of just walking, they're actually going to sort of jog towards their target. But this is World War I, so they have to keep it fashionable. You know, no running is necessary. Just jogging fashionably while machine guns mow you down. And really, we really want to take a look at the position here, the situation, and see what we're dealing with. So I'm also going to move these guys up as well as our cavalrymen. And right away, you see the scale here. For such an old game, the scale is awesome. So is the combat that you're probably about to see here. I'm sure the Belgians are going to be waiting at this bridge crossing. This may very well be the border. We'll soon find out. So we're crossing with our men first. And look at that, the Belgians already have some artillery pieces. They've got some trenches as well, guys. It's very hard to get past trenches, as you can imagine, in World War I. But we're going to go ahead and try to attack. And I'd like to pull back and actually see if we have some artillery units. But so far, we're actually doing okay here. Let's just ride in. Hopefully this will not be considered the last cavalry charge of World War I. We're going to go ahead and succeed here. We must. Alright, it's time to pull back. We're getting massacred. But it gives you an idea of how difficult this game is. And as you can see, the enemy just blew us to shit. Now, we do have a really nice little supply truck here. And I'm going to deploy the artillery here and see if we can't try to blow the enemy up. So one of the many things you can do in this game, which is pretty awesome. We also have this heavy tank unit, which I didn't expect to be in this game. Pretty awesome, a World War I German heavy tank. And I'd like to see if he can break through as well. But in this game, one of the scary things is the fact that once you actually lose units, that's it. You're not coming back and you're not getting replacements. It's not like Men of War Assault Squad 2 where you could just call in replacements. And in some ways, I like that. If you're looking for an actual, you know, strategic gaming experience, don't expect just an easy game. That's boring. Let's go ahead and continue here. I want to get this damn howitzer in place. Let's see if this field cannon can fire at all. I doubt it. Alright, we're going to go ahead. We're going to move this guy forward. I'm going to see if I can move the howitzer over here. We need this stupid tow car to move it. Now, this is a problem I don't like whatsoever. But we're going to go ahead. And this is a feature of the game, obviously. You don't just get to move pieces of artillery around willy-nilly. You actually have to tow them up to the back of a truck and move them. But once they actually get into position, they can be very, very effective. So we're going to go ahead and move up on these guys. Hopefully we can avenge all those dead Germans there on the bridge. It's a massacre. And there we go. Let's go ahead and drop off the artillery. Maybe somewhere like here? Alright, let's see what our heavy tank does. So we're advancing, of course. And, we've got to get that gun. Okay, we took the gun out. And unfortunately, already did quite a lot of damage to us. So as you can see, this isn't one of the kind of games we're in today, for instance, where a machine gun wouldn't do damage to you if you're low on health as a tank. It's still going to do damage, and that's probably one of the things that people might get a little annoyed by. You know, if you have a tank and you have 100 infantrymen attacking it, they'll eventually blow it up. We're going to go ahead here, try to use some of the artillery. We may be a bit too far away, actually, but I'm going to try anyway. And let's grab this attack and just drop it right over here. Oh, damn it. Alright, we're definitely going to need to move it even more. This is irritating. But that's sort of giving you the idea, guys, of what to expect in this game. I'm obviously not a very good student or teacher in this case because I just got the game gifted to me, and I was just kind of trying to give you guys a first look, first impression. I absolutely love the bodies on the field. I did play the actual Russian campaign. I played the first mission and won, and it took, I think, about an hour and a half, which is pretty ridiculous, but it was definitely worth it. These are kind of just the kind of games where if you're not into heavy strategy, if you're not into old school strategy games, it's probably not going to be your thing. But you know, there's always room for you to get interested in it. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this artillery piece up on top of this hill. There's no way he can miss at that point. And actually, we'll go ahead and launch an attack. We have to be confident. Here we go, guys. And I'm not doing assault because I actually want the armored car to try to cover the men if it can. Let's go ahead and maintain it. Beautiful. Suzuri got a nice hit off. Looks like he's got a pretty powerful gun there on that armored car, but as you can see, we're already being taken out by infantry units and cavalry. We're going to go ahead and return fire here. But as you can see, it looks like the French and Belgians may have won the day. We just can't seem to get across this bridge. But let's go ahead and see if we can get some of this artillery to perform better. Let's take a look here.
Wo sollen wir hinfahren?
We may even be able to fire with this light mortar, so let's try that.
Alles bereit.
Once again, this is a flaw I see with the game, the German artillery is not being able to move. Since I've sort of shown you guys everything there is to show about the initial part of the game, at least my first look, I'm going to go ahead and just do a suicide charge here. I didn't expect to go through this entire battle anyway, but now we can actually see how things work. So I'm going to go ahead and let out all of these troops. We're going to let out some troops here. We're going to let out some troops here. Let out some troops over here as well, and just basically send everything we have across the bridge. I mean, this is World War I, you know, they should expect it. Let's go ahead and... I didn't want them to cross like that. I did not want them to cross like that at all. That's not what I said. Not what I said. Let's see if we can get these guys out of this bend before it blows up. Oh, shit. Alright, here we go, guys. We got our guys out on the bridge again. This time we have our tank supporting us. And it looks like, look at that, the French and the Belgians actually have a tank. It looks quite a lot more modern than ours does. and it looks like they're finally going to finish us off here. Now, as you can see, there is definitely debris in the game. You can blow up houses, you can blow up vehicles. Vehicles can trap you on a bridge if they're destroyed. So all of these things are parts of realism in a game this old that I find pretty cool. So as far as World War I goes, I would say take a look at it. It's pretty fun. It's very, very cheap on the Steam store, about $5, and a lot of times it's on sale for $1 or $2. 3 different campaigns with a ton of different missions in each. And obviously, once you get to actually know the basics of the game, you won't make major mistakes like this. I just like to call this Death Bridge. We can't even get past it, but we could have even gone another route. There's so many different ways to get around your objectives and complete them, and it's really, really fun time. So I do recommend it, not for people that aren't deeply into strategy. If you're a strategy novice, you're not going to like this game because you're not going to win a single battle or campaign. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button down below, comment, subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.